Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's video because it is going to be the second update in the Roulette Pan collab round 7. This was a project that was created by Rebecca Morgan and Lexi here on YouTube. I will have both of their channels linked down below, and as always, I definitely recommend going to check both of them out if you haven't already. Both of them just have such amazing channels. They are both amazing project panners, and also both have just amazing talent when it comes to creative eyeshadow looks. I'm always very inspired whenever I go over to either of their channels because they kill it when it comes to eyeshadow. And speaking of eyeshadow, I went for something totally outside the box today for me. I'm not necessarily sure I am really liking it, but I'm filming this on the day that I'm posting it. So regardless of how I feel about how this came out, we're posting today. So I played around with the ABH Norvina palette, and I wanted to play around with like the pastel purple. And I wanted this to be like a really light pastel look, and it turned into something completely different. So this is what we are rolling with today. If you guys are new to the Roulette Pan collab series, I will leave my introduction down below as well as the spreadsheet that we go off of. There are 100 category prompts in the newest spreadsheet, and this is the first project with the new spreadsheet. So there are 100 different prompts. We randomly select 6 numbers that correlate to those prompts, and then products to work on that correlate to those prompts. I'd make a great teacher. Anyway, you guys, if you are interested in seeing my progress, I do have 2 products I will be rolling out today, which I'm very excited about. So if you're interested in seeing my progress, then stay tuned. First, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I hope you consider doing so before you go. I do post a minimum of 4 days a week. And other than that, let's just jump into the video. I also feel like my under eyes are like stark white. I'm not so sure what happened there. Okay, so I do have my notebook with the prompts on it. I have finished 3 products up until this point, and like I said, I will be rolling 2 products out and rolling 2 new ones in. But let's start with a product that you have backups of. And for that, I decided to work on, normally I don't pan mascara, but I did decide to work on my Ciate London Wonder Wand mascara because my mascara collection is just out of control, and 2, I had 2 minis of this. When I first started using this, I wasn't a huge fan of this. This is a very wet formula. I do like the wand on this, but through time it has dried out a little bit, and I feel like I'm not getting the transfer that I used to get with this. And I'm a little bit more strategic with the way that I apply this, in that I will apply this and then wait a few minutes to put my setting spray on. Sometimes, like with my setting spray, I just feel like my mascara was ending up all over the place. And then I also feel like sometimes I'll get it like on my eyelid a little bit too, so I just have to be very careful when applying this. This is still going strong. At the end of this project, I will just like end up being done with this because the project is 4 months long, and I typically don't like to keep mascaras past that 4-month mark. So this product is still going. So then I had the prompt, your favorite nude, and for that I selected this from Bite Beauty. This is their French Press lip gloss in the shade Flat White, which I love me a good flat white. And I also love this shade. It's a really beautiful, cool toned nude gloss. I really do like this gloss formula. Unfortunately, this has been discontinued because Bite Beauty has reformulated or is working on reformulating their entire line because they have gone vegan, which is incredible. Oh, also don't make fun of my like self tan. It's out of control, ridiculous, like it's so streaky. This is also still going strong. This has been laying on its side, so I will have to mark this when I have had it sitting upright for a while. And all of my previous markings have also worn off. I feel like I'm getting close to the end of this because I'm having to dip in quite a few times to get the amount of product that I want. I do have a backup of this as well. I could have used this for the prompt about backups, but I also really do love this nude gloss. So I do anticipate I can, with a little bit more consistent use, have this done by either the next update or for sure the finale. So that will be exciting to roll a lip product out. My goal is to get as many lip products out of my collection as possible this year through use, of course, and some decluttering because some of my lip products are so old. But that was the prompt, your favorite nude. Next up, I got the prompt, a single eyeshadow, which I was not very excited about because 1, I suck at panning single eyeshadows, and 2, I'm also doing the panless eyeshadows project, and I like to keep my eyeshadow panning mostly to that project, but I did select this one from Dose of Colors, and this actually shattered on me. And due to all the chaos going on in the world, I don't have a what am I thinking? I'm probably just gonna have to throw this out. You know what? I'm gonna have to throw this out because I don't have access to rubbing alcohol because everywhere is out of rubbing alcohol. So I can't really repress this because I don't have rubbing alcohol. So you know what? I think I'm gonna have to declutter this because I just really can't use this. And I haven't reached for this because it's shattered and not well pressed. It is a beautiful shade, so a super bummer. But I am gonna roll this out. Maybe I will just set this aside, and when I can get rubbing alcohol, I will repress this because that is an absolutely stunning shade. I can't get rid of this. I can't get rid of this. But I'm gonna roll this out because I can't use it right now. Holy smokes. So we'll actually roll in 3 products today. Next up was your least expensive eyeshadow palette, and my least expensive palette in my collection is this little guy from Juvia's Place. This is the Nubian Mini, and this retails for $10. This is such a handy dandy little eyeshadow palette. My goal for this was just to use this 20 times. Didn't matter what shade. Again, I'm doing the Pan Those eyeshadows, so I didn't want to really focus or hone in on one specific shade. Now, the shade I used the most was this brown one. Shockingly, I have 2 other like really deep brown eyeshadows that I'm working on in my Pan Those eyeshadows, but I was reaching for this all the time. This was like my go-to, like stamping underneath my eyes for eyeliner. I don't know if that made sense, but I use this one so often. I reached for this an exact total of 20 times, so I will be rolling this eyeshadow palette out, which is really exciting. I'm hoping I took pictures of this when I rolled it in and pictures of now, because you can definitely see that there is some good wear on this brown shadow, but very excited to have gotten some use out of this palette. Next up was the prompt a never-ending product, and for that I chose this from MAC. This is my mineralized skin finish. I've had this going in multiple projects and used this so many times, and like you can see like where I focus my brush, you can finally see like there is a dip there. I truly think that I could just solely use this product. I truly believe I could solely use this as my highlighter for the rest of my life. And if I lived to like 95, this would still be going. My goal is just to use this 30 times. I have used this 11 times up until this point. So if I use it another 10 or so times, I should be able to hit my goal by the end of the project. And then the final prompt was something you're afraid to pan, and for that I selected this from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Glowgasm Beauty Light Wand. This is a high blush is what they call it. Literally a high blush, not a highlight blush, a high blush. This is in the shade Peachgasm, like I said, and it's a really beautiful peachy, very glowy blush. And the reason I selected this for this prompt is because I'm really bad at panning liquid blush and bronzer products. I'm just bad at using them in general. I did reach for this a handful of times, but I didn't move the product that much. I don't know, there is where we were when we started, and now we are here. Using this, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of product in here, but I feel like this is going to be a product I thought was going to not take that long, and then it just keeps going and going. My goal is to finish this by the end of the project, but realistically, I just want to get as much use as I can before the finale. I know I won't finish this, and then I'll probably end up rolling this into my Partners in Cream project pan. It is really beautiful. I just feel like mine always blends away into nothing. And this is a very expensive product. So those were my 6 prompts. Like I said, we are going to roll in 3 new products, so let's jump into that right now. Okay, I accidentally kicked my camera, so it may have moved a little bit. I may have shifted a little bit. I'm going to pull up well, first I guess I'll pull up Pretty Random, and we will randomize between 1 and 100, and we will select 3 numbers. We get number 85, 29, and 73. Okay, I was just about... Okay, I literally just randomized my numbers and realized you guys are probably like, you only finished 1 product, and then there's the Dose of Colors single that you're rolling out. Where is the 3rd product coming in? For some reason, I had this pulled out and thought that this was going in this project, when indeed this is going in another project. which is really funny because I was focused so heavily on this so I could finish this up for this project, and this isn't even a part of this project. Whoopsies. Goes to show it's hard to stay organized when you have a million different projects going on. My bad. Okay, so we're only rolling in two numbers, or two different products. Okay, so we'll go with 85 and 29, which were the first two that were rolled. So jumping into the spreadsheet, number 85 is a product that was an impulse buy. I feel like every product of mine is an impulse buy. That is a really good prompt. And then number 29 is a product from a holiday or limited edition collection. I definitely have gotten a prompt similar to this in the past. Okay, I'm gonna go spend some time with my makeup collection and I will be right back. Okay, that was actually really difficult, and part of the problem is I think I currently am just panning so many items and I'm trying to like figure out how to not be working on like a million products from the same category. For a product from a limited edition or holiday collection, I feel like my only limited edition products are blushes, which I'm currently trying to do so much with blush, or eyeshadows. So I am going to go with an eyeshadow palette, and I think I'm going to do the same thing as I did with the Nubian Mini and give myself a goal of just using the palette in general 20 times rather than selecting a shade to specifically try and pan. And I selected the Kathleen Lights and ColourPop Dream Street palette. This was limited edition. I think you finally like cannot get this anymore. I might be wrong, but I feel like when I've tried to link this in the last couple of videos I've talked about this, it hasn't been available to link. Now, I do think that this is a beautiful palette. It's one of my favorites, so I feel like it's not going to be hard to reach for. And I think that this is a really nice palette for spring, summer. So my goal is just going to be to reach for this 20 times. I feel like that should not be any problem at all. And then for an impulse buy, like I said, I feel like a lot of my purchases are truly impulse buys. But every time I was like, maybe I'll choose this, I was like, I feel like I actually like thought about that because I at least had like a little bit of thought into it. But this is the first product that came immediately to my mind when I read the prompt, because this was truly like the truest of true impulse buys I can think of throughout my collection. Because as I was buying this product, I was like, why are you even buying this? You don't even like this type of product. So I'm going to work on this little guy from Milk Makeup. This is the Milk Cream Blush in the shade Work, and I actually have come to really love this product. This is it right here. It's a really, really, really beautiful blush shade. I am working now on 3 different like cream or liquid blushes though, which makes me a little bit nervous. So my goal with this, I'm just gonna give myself a use goal of 15 uses. We only have 2 months left. I want to give myself, you know, some time with my other blushes that are like this that I'm trying to pan, but also want to make it realistic that I could reach my goal. It is going to be a really, really beautiful shade for spring, summer. I feel like this is a shade that works all year round, but truly when I purchased this, I was walking by the little impulse fixtures in Sephora, walked by this and just swatched it just for like shits and giggles and was like, ooh, like that's really pretty. I don't even like cream blush, but it's only $14. Like I should just buy this. And I did. Definition of an impulse buy. So I felt like this was the perfect product to select for this category. And after that, that is going to conclude this update number 2. I feel like I was a little all over the place, especially thinking that I was gonna roll 3 products in. But anyway, you guys, that is it for this update. I hope that you enjoyed. If you are doing this project, leave me your link down below for your video, Instagram, whatever it may be, so I can go check you out. I cannot wait to go binge watch everyone's videos. I always love update day because I love to have tons of content to go binge watch. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much for sticking around to watch this video and supporting my channel, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye.